Jeremy Adams just, like, hate everyone. I get that he's, like, a Trump supporter, but, like, yeah. Oh my god, did I not tell you? Sure. No, like, hardcore. He was posting on Twitter. It was like a whole thing. There's so many shitty people at DC right now. It's honestly amazing. And then someone was fighting me in my comment section about me not liking Jeremy Adams because he sucks at writing. The art doesn't even save him like it does for some other horrible writers at DC. Alright, welcome back to another episode of Last Week in Comics, where I tell you what happened the last week in comics. God, dear fucking God, a lot of shit came out this week. And we also have solicits. Because, of course, they have to post solicits, like, the day after I film. We have to cover something before I get into the books I have read, which is that Dan Garrett is alive again. Like, here's the thing. When, like, people's favorites get brought back to life, a lot of people do like when that happens, okay? However, Blue Beetle fans are not built like other comic book fans. We honestly want Dan Garrett and Ted Kord to stay dead half the time. We like them as ghosts that haunt narratives, not as characters sometimes. And so, I don't know why Jeremy Adams, that fucking dumbass bitch, decided to bring back Dan Garrett and then make him the Silver Scarab, which is something related to the Hawks. Like, nothing to do with the Blue Beetle legacy or any of the other fucking five Beetles that exist now. 6 if you count Gold Beetle, I guess. But, like, nothing to do with them. So, I don't know why Dan Garrett is now here. And, like, it was already bad enough because he dragged Superboy into this book, and then Connor fans were mad. And then, of course, when you go to Green Lantern Corps, with them dragging Shayera into this, and he can't even remember that Shayera was Hawkgirl. Like, he is not making decisions because he is a good writer. He's making decisions because he's bored. So, my honest take, as a Blue Beetle fan, about Dan Garrett being back, he needs to stay dead because they're never going to hit the high point of Dan Garrett, which is when he was a character back in, like, the 30s and 40s, and he was exploding gorillas. Help! The gorillas will blow me up! You gotta make sure to put the gorillas. My enjoyment from Dan Garrett comics comes from the fact that he was a comic book character in the 30s and 40s, where he got to, like, shoot people with guns and explode gorillas and throw sticks of dynamite at people. So, like, bringing him back into the modern day without any of that fun stuff that happened in the 30s and 40s, horrible. He's not gonna be throwing sticks of dynamite at people. You're gonna make him do some weird archaeology stuff. Which is like, yeah, I guess it was better that he was an archaeologist instead of a cop. But I like it when he throws sticks of dynamite at people, and we're not going to get that again, so why are you bringing him back? I'm one of, like, maybe 3 people who went back and read Dan Garrett's comics. The other one being on my podcast, Squid. Actually, no, just the members of my podcast have read Dan Garrett's older work. If you're not going to let this man throw sticks of dynamite at people, what are we doing? What else happened in that book? Oh, yeah, Nort's back. Why are you doing this? Is your book, like, that boring that you need to, like, do, like, shock value, like, oh, Carol's new fiancé is the sad lantern? Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, there's, like, actual interesting stories with all of these characters, and you just want to go for the cheapest option? Why is Superboy in the book, too? I don't get that either. Dan Garrett should have stayed dead. I can accept Ted Kord being brought back, mostly just because it's fun to have him with Booster. I get it. But Dan Garrett should have stayed dead. And I say this as a fan of Dan Garrett's comics. He is a character who cannot exist past the year 1950. Okay, we're done with the Dan Garrett rant. So that takes care of Green Lantern number 22. Okay, in actual good books, Absolute Wonder Woman number 7 came out. And the thing is with, like, this and, like, Absolute Martian Manhunter is that, honest to God, I don't think I can describe it in a way that will do it justice. I can kind of get close with Absolute Martian Manhunter because I realize that a lot of people really don't get what's going on in that book. So I can go more in depth and explain a little bit what's happening there. But with Absolute Wonder Woman, I honestly think that you just need to read it. Part of it is about a story that Diana is told by Cersei during her childhood while Cersei is trying to raise her into becoming Wonder Woman. And then the other part is in this battle where it, like, you know, the story kind of becomes what Diana's doing, and, like, it's, like, one of those, like, oh, here's what you can learn from this tale, and it's, like, so fucking good, and, like, the art in its gorgeous. Well, here's the thing, I wish that the book would have gone back to the artists that they had for the first couple issues. I think that the like, very highly detailed style would be really good for when we're having, like, the kaiju fights and we're in man's world. But, like, now that we're back more into Greek mythology, we're dealing with Hades and Persephone, I think that we need more of that, like, Greek influence, like, Greek, like, pottery influenced, like, art style. Because, honestly, that was, like, a banger of the first. It was great. I love it. But I still enjoy this book. And, like, just the dichotomy, sometimes I don't know how to explain my love of Absolute Wonder Woman, because it's just so fantastic, and you need to read it for yourself, and DC needs to, like, put a woman back on Wonder Woman. Like, I really don't get why, like, your premier female superhero, one of the first, if not the first female superhero, and you decide to give her book to multiple men over the years, and, like, one woman. Has any woman written Wonder Woman outside of Gail Simone? Okay, the fact that we have to Google what women have wrote Wonder Woman is fucking insane. DC, do better. DC put a fucking woman on this book for more than, like, 30 issues. Parts of Historia were written by women, but, like, again, they were not on the mainline book. Which is crazy. I don't know why you don't use Wonder Woman to showcase female talent. Tom King off Wonder Woman. Get him fucking out of here. We don't need this shit. I'm trying to think of a female writer at DC who I would give Wonder Woman right now. Because, like, I would say G. Willow Wilson should write her again. But here's the thing, I want G. Willow Wilson to stay in Poison Ivy, and I really enjoy that, so I want her to stay there. Probably Mariko Tamaki, I guess. Mariko Tamaki, I want her on everything. I love every single book that she has ever written. And yes, that includes I Am Starfire. Fuck you, guys. Fuck you. I Am Starfire is a perfectly fine children's book. You guys are assholes. Next up on books I actually read, Absolute Martian Manhunter issue 2 came out. So, okay. So, just to kind of, like, TLDR, because, again, you should read this book. The art's fucking amazing. I love Javier Rodriguez. I've always appreciated his art. I'm so glad he's on this book because it is a mind fuck. And by the way, the Martian Manhunter is not the Martian Manhunter in this book. He's the Martian Mindfucker. And apparently that's how Den's Camp, like, pitched that to Scott Snyder when he was pitching Absolute Martian Manhunter. And, like, you know what? He's real for that. This book is a mindfuck. Anyway, Absolute Martian Manhunter. So, essentially, we are kind of getting more into, I wouldn't even say super, like, this is a detective comic. So John Jones is kind of, like, stumbling around with this fucking Martian in his head, and he's like, what the fuck? He's like, I'm fucking high right now. This is what's happening. But they eventually run into, like, kind of the person who was teased at the end of issue 1 and kind of at the beginning of this issue, just in case you forgot. But essentially what I was told by I was told by bigger Martian Manhunter fans, people who have read more of his solo work, that allegedly the person, or the thing that this, like, gunman is, like, or this active shooter is, like, kind of worshipping is the White Martian, which seems to be the first main villain we're getting in this run. And so, oh, hold on, I'm getting lost. This book is a mind fuck. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. It took me, like, half the issue to figure out what the fuck was going on. So, essentially, there's this active shooter, and John Jones is trying to talk him down to stop him from killing any more people. But while he's doing that, the Martian's like, I got this, and then fucking, like, leaps into this guy's head and is, like, taking his fucking memories to give to John Jones to, like, help him, like, talk him down, and they're, like, pulling the memories from, like, everyone. It's a mind fuck. This is the Martian mind fucker, people. I don't even know what's happening, really. And the guy gets shot, but then the Martian mind fucker sees something, and he's like, oh shit, that's a white Martian, oh shit. That's how I imagine the Martian mindfucker talks. He's haunting my dreams right now. This book is a mindfuck. This book lives up to its pitch, the Martian mindfucker. The art is fucking trippy as hell. With every other Absolute book, I can kind of see the direction they're going in. So, like, Batman's kind of trying to introduce all of his rogues gallery. Absolute Superman's kind of hearkening in on Krypton. Absolute Wonder Woman is kind of building up a lot of the more Greek mythology lore of Wonder Woman. Green Lantern is just a Hal Jordan book disguised as a Joe Mullins book. Flash is bisexual, I guess. We're not sure what Absolute Flash is, actually. Flash has at least killed one person. But, like, with Absolute Martian Manhunt, Absolute Martian Mindfucker, I don't know what's gonna happen next. This book is a fucking mystery to me. And unlike most people who are probably reading this book, I have at least read some Martian Manhunter stuff. I've read most of his stuff in the JLI. Like, I know this character, and even I'm confused. I hate Denscamp's Ultimates work because it does feel a little tone deaf to do a lot of this stuff while working for one of the big two. Like, again, I appreciate Denscamp's more indie stuff, but, like, this book, what the fuck is going on? I'm trying to understand it for, like, this series and, like, you know, reviewing it on TikTok. I still can't. This is a mind fuck. Okay, I flipped through this book because, honestly, I'm losing the plot on Justice League Unlimited. Really, I'm just waiting for Blue Beetle or Booster to show back up because we're in the We Are Yesterday event, and allegedly, due to some news that I will announce towards the end of this video, allegedly Booster Gold is going to come back at the end of this event. So, JLU, they fucking evaporated Airwave. The gorilla had a gun, and he evaporated Airwave. That's Gorilla Grodd. Not just any gorilla. I need to clarify this because I spent the beginning of this video talking about Dan Garrett. Anyway, the gorillas will blow me up. Except that actually did happen in this book. Yeah, so basically, this entire issue mostly followed Airwave, showing how, oh, I want to be a hero, I don't want to betray the Justice League, and he gets fucking evaporated because of it. And it seems like the Legion of Supervillains, League of Villains, the No Justice Society.
Have you ever had a dream that you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
Whatever the fuck they're called. I cannot keep up with all these fucking names. It seems like they are going to be the cataclysmic event of this universe to kind of bring in all the other ones and do what, like, We Are Yesterday is essentially a crisis event that we're not calling a crisis because we made at least, like, 2 books called Final Crisis, so we can't do any more crises? That's what this event feels like. We're trying to do a crisis so we can kind of redo a little bit of the Golden Age, make it more coherent. However, we can't call it a crisis because we have done like 20 of them. We are known for our crises. It's too much at this point. it is kind of funny, like, looking back on the Crisis thing, because since DC was the first one to do Crises, they didn't really have that many rules, so it allowed other companies to kind of tone in the rule set for Crisis and, like, multiverse stuff. Versus, like, now with, like, the alternate universe, like, absolutes / ultimates. Marvel was the first one to do that, and now DC gets to really tone it in, because, again, I'm enjoying absolute more than I am enjoying Ultimates right now. The only redeeming thing about Ultimates right now is fucking Peach Momoko's the X-Men, which is surprising because I don't like the fucking X-Men. Let me circle back to Justice League Unlimited. Justice League Unlimited, stop overworking Mark Waid and Dan Mora, DC. Let those men take a break. Now onto books I did not read. There was a lot of them. There wasn't enough discourse for some of them. Green Arrow number 23. Is Connor in this book again? No, he is not, so I do not care. Ollie's still kind of a bitch from the end of Absolute Power. Fucking snake ass bitch. I know before I've said I'm glad that, like, this book has been able to get extended to a full ongoing, just by sales alone. But, like, I don't know. I don't give a fuck. It's fucking Green Arrow. Whenever I ever liked Oliver Queen, I am his number one hater, and that includes, like, his actual number one hater. Then we also have Harley Quinn number 50. Oh, God, there was Harley Quinn discourse. So, like, the only discourse that happens with Harley Quinn is either that fucking fart comic or people putting up the new costume and being like, oh, could you imagine that this person was originally a jester? And it's like, God fucking damn it, can a woman not have, like, more than one outfit? I like Harley Quinn's new design. I think it's fun. I think it's a step above, like, the street clothes that they've been putting her in for the last couple of years. It's better than that, and I'm fine if we never return to the Jester costume. I think that this is a nice transition piece. I think my problem with the Harley Quinn outfit is that it should not have that jacket. I think the jacket ruins it. Which is, I don't say that often. I love a good jacket on a superhero costume. I do think that they should bring back, like, some sort of hood. Just because I don't like her hair showing. Or, like, do, like, the, like, thing. There's this one piece of Dan Moore art where they give her the little hat. I think, she needs to lose the jacket and get a little hat. That's the only change I would make to that costume. Otherwise, I think it's pretty alright. Next up, Metamorpho, the Element Man, aka this book is only made because he's fucking being put in the DCEU or DCU or whatever the fuck James Gunn wants to call it. The Gunniverse. I'm not a Zack Snyder fan, by the way. I don't like adaptations. So this is my hottest take. But anyway, the one thing I did see is that apparently Metamorpho fans are now angry at this book. Which, like, I think it's so funny to bring back an obscure character, finally give him a solo after, like, years and years, and then you piss off the few people who really care about this character. In synergy bullshit, the Peacemaker and Vigilante, the Eagly and, Vigilante, double feature, whatever the fuck this book is called. I was initially very excited for it until I just got burnt out on, like, even just the promise of adaptations. Am I gonna watch? No, actually, you know what? No, because I spent last weekend watching WrestleMania. I'm not fucking watching Peacemaker Season 2. I was about to, but John Cena, you bitch-ass motherfucker. I get it. You're playing the heel now. Ooh, I'm gonna play the heel. Fuck you. I don't like you and your fucking drumsticks commercials. Go. Like, even if I didn't, like, go on this whole thing of, like, I'm not going to review adaptations going forward, I still wouldn't fucking review Peacemaker Season 2 after what you did to fucking Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. That fucking RKO getting you isn't enough. I need that belt stolen fast. Also, in other WrestleMania news, my girl Io Sky. I've only had Io Sky for, like a couple days now.
I've only had Arlo for a day and a half. But if anything happened to him, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself.
And I love her, and I need more of her. She's amazing. She does these fly-ins. Like, she calls herself, like, the queen of the sky, and, like, Jesus, the match between her, Belair, and Rhea was fucking insane because, like, Bella and, like, Rhea were, like, just constantly beating. Like, that was the main storyline during the match that they were trying to wrap up. And, like, Io Sky, like, just flies in. Like, you forget about her for a couple minutes because, like, the camera's only focused on Rhea Ripley and Bella. And then fucking Io Sky just comes flying in and tackles both of them. I fucking love wrestling. And stack insert picture of me with Danhausen. This little freak who likes comics got me into wrestling. If you have not watched a Danhausen match, you should watch a Danhausen match. He puts curses on people. He also has his buddy, Orange Cassidy. I love Orange Cassidy. He invented a style called sloth style, where you just roll out of the way.
This is a comic YouTube show.
Oh shit, yeah. By the way, plugging Ash and their fantastic friends, we did do an entire episode where we reviewed wrestling matches. Hopefully it's still on YouTube. We didn't actually play the matches. We did do a play-by-play. I got so I heard Peacemaker, and then I remembered the bullshit John Cena just pulled at WrestleMania, and then I got pissed. I'm sorry. The Flash issue 20 came out. Surely someone's enjoying this book. It ain't me. It ain't even the Flash Museum. I don't think the Flash Museum's reading this right now, or else I would have heard about it. Okay, Batman 159. I think we're still in Hush 2. Too much Hush. Too many Hush puppies. Oh shit, yeah, Jason's evil apparently. I don't know why the fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't go here. Jason's evil now. Too much Jeff Loeb. I don't like that man. He's racist. I don't know why Jim Lee continues to work with him. Jeff Loeb is specifically racist against Asian people. Jim Lee, stand up. You are the head of fucking DC Comics right now. Have some self-respect. Okay, next up, in a book that you should read, Tate Brombold, who you might know from Batgirl, Christopher Chaos. For a while now, they have been writing I think it was supposed to be an ongoing, but it got canceled recently, but they've been writing Green Lantern Dark, which is, like, it's good. It's good. It follows a new Lantern. I really like her design. We've been buying it. I just haven't been reading it because, like, I don't want to talk about Green Lantern. I don't go here. But it is really good. It is a really genuinely great take on the Lanterns. I think if you're going to read any Green Lantern book that's coming out currently, you should be reading Green Lantern Dark. Like, fuck Al Ewing, fuck Jeremy Adams. Like, read Green Lantern Dark instead. So we have 2 Superman books. I don't know what book this happened in because I just heard Lois Lane got depowered, and then I didn't hear anything past that. So, we have Superman Last Days of Lex Luthor issue 3, and then Superman issue 25. I think she got depowered in Superman issue 25. I can't keep up with Superman right now. Everything in Super Hitman that could possibly happen is happening, and I can't do it. I'm the only time you will hear me review a Superman book is when issue 28 comes out and Booster Gold is back. I'm just calling it right now. But anyway, Lois Lane's depowered. She's like, Clark, I lost my powers. Which, like, to be fair, none of us knew that they were sticking around. Like, everyone fucking knew they weren't sticking around. But I definitely expected them to be here longer than, like, less than a year, you know? I expected, like, 6 months. It hasn't even been 6 months. It has not been that long. I expected Lois being Superwoman to be at least, like, a year-long thing. Or, like, longer than this, at least. And then we have some great news. We are finally free from a Leah Williams book. Woo! Power Girl has finally ended at issue 20. Don't ask me how many variant covers I buy. I kept forgetting. Well, okay, here's the thing with Leah Williams. She is just not a good writer. She's not a horrible person. She might be a horrible person. I don't know. I'm saving myself that for right now. But unlike a lot of other writers at DC, like Thomas King, who does war crimes, and Otto Schmidt, who is a literal Nazi, she's very low on the list of terrible things that DC authors have done. I think she's even below Phil Jimenez, who is Islamophobic. under the guise of, queer rights. Like, but yeah, thank God Power Girl's finally over. It's already looking up for me, at least, because we are getting Sophie Campbell on Supergirl, so now we're going on to the indies. I don't have much to talk about. So from Image Comics, we have a couple of G.I. Joe books, G.I. Joe number 6 and G.I. Joe A Real American Hero Roadblock. I think that's a one-shot. It's still the silent issues! Whoa! But also, if you are in the mood for more Den's Camp, right now, he has an ongoing at Image called Assorted Crisis Events. I've heard good things about it. I have not read it yet. Unlike some writers, L. Ewing, part of the reason I am a little bit more okay with Den's kind of saying stuff about the big two is that he does honestly believe in indies, so if you like his work, go check this out. Then from IDW, because I just like shouting out IDW every week, we have Star Trek issue 31 and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventure number 24. So DC has also posted their July 2024, what year are we in? July 2025 solicits, so it's a lot of Superman. Unfortunately, the evil has not been defeated, as Leah Williams has a new book or new mini, Gotham City Sirens Unfit for Orbit. I don't know why they keep on giving her the Gotham City Sirens. I honestly think that literally anyone else should write it. Literally anyone else. Why are the Gotham City Sirens in fucking space? Like, this book is only made to sell variant covers. It's not made to actually be a book. Yeah, because apparently 2 are coming out this month.
No, it's like the whole series.
Oh, shit. Oh. It's the whole series coming out in a month? Jesus. Okay, I guess DC is really strapped for cash right now. Yeah, I'm reminding people, buy the Superman Treasury Edition. It is written by Dan Jurgens. We have Dan Jurgens back on Superman. You know what that might mean. Regardless if the Superman Treasury might sneak in a Booster Gold or not, we are getting Booster Gold back in Justice League, The Dark Tomorrow special. When this was announced, I could hear Stack scream from over, 12 miles away. First off, this book seems to be made for me and Stack specifically, because not only does it bring Booster Gold back, but it's also the return of Gold Beetle, which, is the one good thing that Jeremy Adams has ever done, and even then, I don't think that was really him. I think that was more just the artist. I think that the concept was really good, and Jeremy Adams didn't do anything with it. But unfortunately for Helena Bertinelli fans, and I guess not unfortunately for Batman Beyond fans, those two are also in the book, I guess. The entire We Are Yesterday thing and, Absolute feels like we're gonna do a Crisis event, but we can't call it Crisis anymore. Because, bringing Helena Wayne back and fucking Terry into this, it feels like a Crisis thing. It's Time Masters, or Diet Time Masters. Time Masters is Dr. Pepper. This team is, Doctor. Yeah. The really off-brand, really Dr. Pepper. Yeah. Okay, now I understand what's going on completely. As you know, though, we are going to buy every single variant issue that includes Booster. This is actually my reminder. Don't buy the Titans Annual this year. I know that a lot of people are going to be tempted by those Donna Troy covers, but it is written by Phil Jimenez and art by Phil Jimenez, and I just want to remind people, Phil Jimenez is an Islamophobe. He said, why should I care about why should I care about Muslims when, they hate gay people? And, that is, fuck that man. Fuck that man. I hope he never fucking gets hired again, especially because he seems to care more about Donna's male love interest than her. Stop lying to yourselves, Donna Troy fans. He doesn't give a fuck about her. So, they're making another fucking Gotham by Gaslight. It's called Gotham by Gaslight, A League for Justice. It seems like, oh, hey, we're gonna make the Justice League in Gotham by Gaslight. Which, I guess, for some reason, they have this weird mix between, it looks like Oliver Queen's a fucking Green Lantern, but he's wearing something that reminds me of Guy fucking Gardner, so, what are we doing here? What are we doing here, DC? I'm so glad that DC is bringing back summer specials, because now they also have a new one called DC's California Love. It's such a stupid ass pun. We're getting a Supergirl story. Unfortunately, John Constantine's in it. John and Connor are teaming up. And Superman's fighting a fucking kaiju. This book's gonna fucking rule. I love holiday specials. I'm glad that we have brought that back. Oh shit, it seems like we're getting another young adult graphic novel with Kid Flash going rogue, which seems to follow... I do think it's Wally West, but like they took the Wallace design instead, and I appreciate that as a Wallace West fan. I want him back in books. He's not even in Flash anymore, which is why I don't give a fuck about Flash. I'm not gonna fucking talk about Aquamanatee. Okay, fine.
This is the most adorable.
Fine, there's a fucking book called Aquamanatee coming out.
It's so cute. Oh
Stack is forcing me to talk about it because of how cute it is. I don't give a fuck about
It's a
Aquaman.
kid's book.
Anyway, that kind of wraps it for another episode of Last Week in Comics. So, up here is going to be your next recommended video. Is it an episode of Ash and Their Fantastic Friends? My live stream I do every Saturday, 9 p.m. EST. Is it another episode of Last Week in Comics? Is it a YouTube short? I don't know. Maybe it's a C2E2 vlog if we ever upload that. Down here is the playlist for Last Week of Comics. I've been doing this since, like, last November, so... it's all there. And then over here is the nice, pretty subscribe button. Like, subscribe. Follow me, please. I want to hit 500. I have not hit 500 when I was recording this. But, I'm gonna... of course, there's the C2E2 vlog. There's gonna be a couple... when I head back home, there's going to be... ooh, I actually head back home soon. Next week's going to be the last week in comics here. Now that I'm going to be back at my house and back with my comic book collection, I'm going to do some videos on how to start collecting comics, because if there's anything that you should take from this channel, is that you should read more comics. Also, next week, May the 3rd, or next Saturday, May the 3rd, is this Saturday, May the 3rd. Whatever, May the 3rd is Free Comic Book Day. Go check out your local comic book shop. Go support them. Go buy books. I mean, like, yeah, get the free books too, but, like, they usually, like, every single local comic book shop I know of has a sale on Free Comic Book Day, so go pick up a couple more issues while you're at it. Go support your local comic book shop. If you take anything away from my fucking videos, it's go support your fucking local comic book shops if you have them. They're a dying breed and you need to support them. So I'm going to tell you how to support them in an easily digestible YouTube video, which is why you should subscribe. I'm done talking now. And cut.